Welcome back to Burn to Notice, the series dedicated to analyzing the actions of Michael Weston and his crew. If you're new to the series, there is a link in the description to catch you up. This episode begins where the last episode left off, looking for the bomber by stealing a DVR from a storage container yard, and with some help from Fee, who has already learned the specs on the current system, allowing Mike to pose as an IT person to steal it by replacing it. And to get away clean, Mike rigs a computer to call all the company's phones at the same time, and he leaves right in the nick of time. When viewing the footage, Fee plays with Mike.
The one who burned you is closer than you think.
What?
Then Mike finds the bomber, but this is just a start. Now he has to actually find him. Then Mike meets with Sam to discuss this when Sam asks Mike to join a job for Dolphins tickets. Then they meet with a coach played by a former NFL football star, Michael Irvin, which is probably how he got the tickets, I guess. I don't know anything about sports. Anyway, one of his players attacked a gangbanger for roughing up his sister, showing how admirable he is. Unfortunately, he is staying at the coach's house, so Sam picks them up to talk about their predicament. However, as they leave, Carla is sitting on the charger, rude, and forces Mike to join her at the office from the last episode, and Carla gives Mike a bunch of information on the bombing in order to help him with the investigation. So Mike leads her away to get some extra time tracking down the actual bomber on his own. Sam leaves, and when Mike gets in the loft, Fee is ready to scale a full-blown war with the gangster, and Fee is always willing to help.
Use a golf club next time. Greater force to a smaller area.
After the client reiterates the story, Fee is even more fired up and convinces Mike to take the job from Corey and Tanya. Next, Corey shows Mike and Fee who they are up against. Felix Cole, a stone-cold gangster, or
Anyone who attacks a 15-year-old is a pervert.
And this is when Mike finds out that Corey is greenlit by the entire gang. Also, we see Tony Soto, the actual boss, after which Mike and Fee meet up with Sam to form a plan of attack, and Fee convinces them to become the new car thieves in order to put Felix out of business. However, this means that they need to stash Corey and his sister. Thankfully, they have Maddie to watch out for them. Then Mike and Maddie discuss the fact that Nate was released from prison by the people who put them there.
Sometimes I forget how complicated your life is.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah, very complicated. Then Mike dons the clothes of the new carjackers, and they have an impressive shot of them looking tough. Wait, that's the bloopers. Here's the actual shot of them being tough. Then they meet with Felix to show he is serious by pepper bombing him and melting a hole in his engine block in a very spectacular way. And he gets warned to leave Miami as Mike drives away. Afterwards, they meet back up with Corey, whose jaw hit the floor after finding out what Mike just did. But he also shows Mike Felix's lieutenants, and Mike learns about Corey's family's trouble. In the meantime, Sam is explaining the situation to the coach and how he needs to hide. Meanwhile, Mike and Fee are creating a breaching charge while they subtly flirt with each other, but Fee also drops some info on the bomber. Next, the team uses the charge to barge into Felix's club in a shock and awe play to get his attention. They give him 48 hours to leave.
47 hours, 59 minutes, and 10 seconds.
But also he has to deal with...
Plus, your place is on fire.
Now back at the loft, Fee compares this cover to the cover she met in Dublin.
Michael McBride.
which Mike returns to and gives us a little more backstory on their early relationship. That's always nice. But this scene also puts a wedge in between them when Fee excuses herself to help with the investigation on the bomber by posing as a calendar manufacturer and giving us a look into her psyche.
Nothing turns a woman on more than when something goes boom.
However, she is able to convince the foreman to bring her the intel she needs. Next, the team individually take down the lieutenants and drop them off in front of Felix's club, further enraging Felix, and after Mike is able to effectively dispatch Felix, Tony Soto calls to set up a meeting with Mike by leaving some of Tony's men with Sam and Fee as Mike leaves for said meeting, showing just how devastating the team has been that the boss needs to speak with him.
Behold, the ghost haunting Felix Cole.
Now Tony is looking to replace Felix, and Tony gives Mike a job by bringing him a hot ride. His job is to clean it so that they can sell it. Meanwhile, Sam did some recon on Felix, and he is pissed about everything that's going down, adding pressure to the Corey situation. Then Mike cleans the car. As Sam takes it on a joyride, Mike meets back up with Carla about the bomber. She infers Fee is the culprit. However, Mike squashes this theory, but also takes all the information about foreign bombers. At Maddie's, she is going through old photos, and she reveals how messed up Mike's family was, and how Mike is very similar to Corey, because they are both good big brothers. Meanwhile, Fee returns to the demolition foreman to get the headshots of all the suspects, and is able to narrow it down to Derek Poole. And after revealing this to Mike, the coach shows up to the loft, battered and bruised. I guess he didn't take Sam's advice to lay low, and due to Mike's dealings, Felix is floundering and is using the coach to bring Corey out of his hiding spot to unalive him. At the Carlito, Sam explains how Felix is going to unalive Corey, so Mike bulletproofs Corey's car before the meeting with Tony about the project car. Then naturally Tony wants to see the operation, and Mike drives right into the ambush, using Tony to create a misunderstanding, which is a good thing that Mike armored the car. Mike then allows Tony to get rid of Felix before they work together. Then Mike and Sam meet with the coach to debrief with Corey.
Look, if you get anywhere near the Super Bowl, I want tickets, okay? I want to be sitting on a goalpost. You got it, man.
Next, Fee finds the bomber's house, and she just had to start investigating and accidentally walks on a pressure plate that ignites the house, trapping her inside, followed by Mike meeting the firefighters at the house, extremely distraught due to the fact that he can't get a hold of Fee, meaning she could be unalived in the worst way possible. This shows how much Mike really truly loves Fee, with Mike normally not prone to his emotional state. When he finally gets home, he is relieved that Fee is there, so they have a night of fun. The next morning, Mike goes to get food, and when he comes back, Carla is there and not Fee. This is where Mike lies to Carla about the bombing. Unfortunately, Carla isn't too keen on how Mike is acting, and so she threatens him to put a rush on finding the bomber. This episode was good. It furthered the investigation into the bombing, and it showed how well Mike can work out in the open. The job is a lot more different from other jobs that he's had in the past. Also, all that work for just some football tickets seems like a bit much. Also, this episode showed just how desperate Carla is beginning to be. Especially that last scene shows how much power she is potentially going to lose if this goes sideways. Thank you for watching. If you want to see how the FBI catches serial killers, check out my other series, Inside Criminal Minds. Link in the description. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe.